Hello lovely friends, I'm very excited to give you a sneak peek of this bloom with spray painted planets. I wanted to make 4 coasters with the bloom technique and see if I could put planets on it. So first of all, Travelling Tramps and Simply Nanette, thank you so much for being such loyal, wonderful members, and thank you to all my subscribers. Your support means the world. So today I've got together with Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. We've got a wonderful Galaxy Art Challenge together. I can't wait to see what Kim's created. She's a wonderful friend, an incredible artist. So today I got 4 coasters, my first ever coasters, and I must give a shout out to Louise McKay Art. You've been such an inspiration, and I watched your video on how to create coasters and resin them before I did this. So first of all, I've got the coasters and I'm covering them with the base paint of ultramarine blue to make sure that the white is covered over nicely. I then am covering the base layer with the blue and just making sure that there's enough down there, not too much, but just enough paint just to cover for the blowout. So I'm using my lovely Amsterdam sky blue. These 2 blues work so nicely together. If you've seen one of Louise McKay's latest videos, she does the examples of how you can do a walrus and a shark and how you can blow out from the centre down. I absolutely love it. It's so relatable. And thanks so much to Shelee Art, the original creator of the bloom technique. It's been such a learning journey. I'm still a baby bloomer really. Not a baby boomer, but a baby bloomer. So I've got my cell activator after using quite a simple palette today. And I'm actually going to do quite a quick blow. I have sped up this bit. I just wanted to create some cells in a sort of gassy way so I can get that planet feel. So I've got all 3 together and I'm blowing out from the centre, and I am coming down from above, blowing more slowly and then faster as I go out. So I'm just showing you a demo there of how I blow and turn it round. Everyone's got their own way of doing it, and as Louise McKay says, do you. You've got to find out what works for you. So I've got the desired result for what I'm looking for today, which is some gaseous sort of purple blue with pink and some cells, and I just wanted to spread it out enough so that I had some lovely metallic from that silver coming through as well. So I was tilting the coaster to get the desired pattern. When you tilt it to one side, you need to bring it back again in the same direction, otherwise you can get some melty or distorted cells. So just a little tip there. I've got my normal pouring medium, all the details are in the description below, and I can blow torch this because it's not the bloom standard mixture. So now I want to just make a little bit of a pattern with my butterfly tool, which is one of the things I tend to use. Anything with a sort of serrated or patterned cut out part to it can be used, but it's just about using what you like to create the different designs that you like. So I've got my 4 coasters ready now, and I've let them dry, and I'm preparing for my spray paint. So this is my last one, just tilting it out to the side. It's more fluid than you would have in a bloom. I've not got any of the ingredients for a bloom other than the tube paints that I would typically use for a bloom. It's much more fluid. One of the things with a bloom, especially in warm weather, is when you mix the paints you have to use them up really quickly, and they dry so quickly, and you can't really blow torch it because it just leaves a skin on the base paint. So I left these 4 coasters to dry, and then I got a really tiny stencil and I challenged myself with spray painting them. Don't forget each one I spun out as well at the end of tilting. So the coasters are dry, and I've got quite a few little techniques in here to show you how I created a planet on these very small coasters. They're average size, 4 inches circumference, but using anything small and doing planets on it is very challenging. It's my first time doing it. It's also my first time today using Montana spray paints, and what I discovered very quickly is they dry within seconds, literally a second. So when I was experimenting, I thought, right, I have to work fast with that. So I wanted to create a sort of an auric feel around the edge of the coaster and then come in from there, and then quickly got with my wet wipe just to take away, or just to fade it out slightly. And I also used my Deco spray paints for areas that I wanted to be able to rub it off. So the Deco spray paints give you up to about 30 seconds to wipe it, or to erase it and rub it in. So there we are, my little planets. So each one, you can see I'm using it at a bit of an angle. It's best not to use it at an angle like that for too long. It just makes it a bit spitty. One of the things about it being spitty, I love using spray paints because it just has a natural sort of flicky effect to it. Some people like more control and like to use the air spray, and I would like to get one of those one day, but I'm just so happy with my spray paints at the moment. So, and also I do find that when you adapt to what you have, so if you angle the spray paints, you can get a fantastic shading, and it's different every time according to which direction, which angle that you point it at. So you can see that I'm using these different things, basically lids from different containers, different depths of different containers, to shield the coaster. This is from a jam jar or pickle jar, I think it's kimchi or something, and then the others are from a vinegar bottle or something like that. And I'm covering the planets with them to create an aura around the planet. Can you see? And then right at the end, I'm quite a freestyle with my Deco spray, because I know I can fade it out if it goes in the direction I don't want it. And when I really don't want it to go somewhere, I'm using my hand to shield it. So it's a nice bit of white on there. That was Deco spray actually. So don't forget to use your respirator at all times when you're doing resin and spray paint, and also gloves, and I wear glasses as well. So you just want to protect, your breathing, your lungs, your eyes, your hands. It's amazing how things can travel as well. So just a little tip on that. So going around the sides now, just really gently skimming it. Now when you're doing this, you can see quite a lot going off the side, so it's the most accurate that you can get with the spray paints. If you prefer to use the air spray, if you prefer more control, more accuracy, totally understand that, and you can use it in the same way. It's just much more focused and much more directional. I haven't used it myself, but that's just what I've observed. So now I'm going to finish off with a bit of a blue on the side, and I'd like to do some stars as well. I'm going to do a star on each of these as I go along. This one is one of my favourites because of how the white cell activator spread and how many cells were there. Now a lot of people don't associate cells with galaxy, and they have to be a certain shape for me in order to get that galaxy feel. But for me it's more about the dust effect and the gas effect in space, and that's the wonderful thing. When people start to try this, I get so delighted because I see such different results and everyone has their own way of doing it. That is one of the most exciting things about art for me. So as we go along, I'm just going to leave you for a moment while you enjoy just the rest of this, because I'm doing a repeat now with a couple more coasters, just so you can see how I do it and get used to how I use my hand to protect the rest of the painting and to create shapes as well. So I'll be back shortly and I'll show you the dried results, and oh my goodness, I also resined them. And I can't wait to show you the end result, but stay with the process and just watch how these last two coasters develop, and I'll come back shortly.
Sunshine got me wishing for the moonlight, got me wishing I was with you. Eyes are powder blue, powder blue. Dreaming, I've been dreaming of that feeling. Darling, I can stay right here, close to you, my dear, you, my dear. Oh, I got you, now and forever. As long as we're together, there's nothing we can't do. Oh, I got you, all the good and bad times, staring into your eyes. I know this love is true. Oh, powder blue, powder blue. As long as I got you. Night sky got me fighting off the sunrise. Every little thing you do brings me back to you.
As we come to the end here, you can see how all the coasters are very slightly different, and these coasters have already sold. I had them on my kitchen table, they were just dried, and I was bringing them in to resin them, and my mum came along and she saw them and she thought, oh my goodness, I have to have them. How much are they? I need them for Christmas presents. So she wants me to do a whole load more, so they're sold already. I'm so delighted they're going to go out and be presents for people. So now I did my resining, and this is Let's Resin. It's a UK resin, and again I used the Louise McKay art How to Resin Your Coasters, so please have a look. I'll pop her link in the description below. Louise is a wonderful friend and an amazing artist and teacher, and look how they turned out. So I want to say thank you so much to Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. I can't wait to see what she's created today with her galaxy art. She's a wonderful person. Go check out her channel. The link to the talented Kim's video is in the description below. Thank you for being here. Don't forget, your art is a piece of you. And I hope to see you again soon. Please subscribe if you haven't. It does help support the channel and tutorials for you. Bye.
Powder blue.